Your Excellency, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, Your Excellencies here present, Honorable Ministers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is a great honor and distinct pleasure that on behalf of the board of the Nigerian Economic Summit Group, I welcome you all to the 25th Nigerian Economic Summit. The 25th anniversary is a pivotal time to review the history of the summit, and as we do so, to express profound appreciation to the founding fathers who passionately and courageously initiated this platform for promoting public-private dialogue. NESG has kept faith over the years with its role as a communication conduit between government and business. Through this platform, we've led dialogues and have resulted in a shift of our economy from state control to free enterprise. We have started to see the potential of an increasingly dynamic private sector to transform and impact lives.
I believe that we cannot compete with the giants on all fronts. We must identify those areas that we can indeed compete. Now, believe me, there is already an era in which we are already sitting with the giants on the same table. Today, the Dangote Cement Group is probably among the 10 largest cement producers now. There is no reason why we cannot identify similar sectors, create the conditions for such sectors to compete, and indeed encourage those that are investing in those sectors to grow and compete with the giants. On the education, I believe that apart from basic education, I think we need to build skills and higher education. First of all, there is no reason in my mind to believe that we can continue to move forward in a trickle manner. We must actually frog jump or leapfrog in the education sector. We are, in the next 2 years, going to set up a university that is going to be at the heart of the fourth industrial revolution. Not a university that will again run the normal run of faculties, but one that will address the core skill areas, the core knowledge areas that we need for the fourth industrial revolution. And I think that's what we have to do on a massive scale.
I mean, I've thought about 2020 to 2050. It's 30 years. How many elections? Count. And then think of what that represents in terms of disruption to the plan. So, what is key is that we must define the plan now. Tomorrow is too late. And after defining it, we must agree collectively together how we can keep at it without disruption. And we must work it from federal to state. As far as I am concerned, the states are far more important. Why? Every citizen of Nigeria lives in a state, under the governance of a state. We shout about the federal government, blame them for everything. But really, the people who touch our lives every day are the state governors. So if we have a plan that works, we drive it down from federal to state, and nationally we agree. Two missing gaps. The young people. You're deciding their future without them. So what do we need to do? We need to find a way that the young, brilliant minds from across Nigeria, 2 from every state, and some get it because of achievements and all of that, create a club of 100, not political selections, who are able to contribute to the process of the ideas that we implement. For it's their life, and most of them are smart enough to contribute to it. Women. 50% of Nigerians' population are women. When you fly a plane with one engine that should be flying with 2, you're already disadvantaged. So it doesn't matter how hard our men work. We will kill them and overwork them trying to make sure they provide for 100% of the population. So our latent asset are young people and our women. When we develop that strategy, we must cover that inclusiveness so that every one of us is put to work for this nation to achieve the goals that we set for 2050.
With regard to industrialization, the government needs, in my view, to do 2 things. In many dimensions, simply get out of the way. In other dimensions, In other dimensions, do what is done in other parts of the world to stimulate investment. It's about investment, it's about entrepreneurship, it's about risk-taking, it's about job creation, and at the heart of it, it's about prosperity. That's on industrialization. On education, Nigeria must look at the top and at the bottom. And let me start at the bottom. We cannot, for much longer, continue to have the world's highest number of out-of-school children. We cannot, for much longer, continue to ignore the challenge that inclusion places. Education, the investment in education, whether it is out-of-school children, whether it's the girl child, in my view, a massive program of basic education is at the heart of what we will do, have to do in order to make progress. But remember I said, at the top and at the bottom, the world is now about knowledge. It's not about brawn, it's about brain. We cannot for much longer continue to treat the education sector as where you dump those who have no future or nowhere to go. We really must understand the importance of science and the investment at the top that needs to be made in science.
It is now my pleasure to declare the 25th Nigerian Economic Summit open, and I wish you very fruitful, robust, and productive deliberations. Thank you, and may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.